Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Monica. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So, Romana, thank you so much for this invitation. I'd like to speak briefly about AI and screenwriting because I believe this is a very interesting relationship that, AI has, slowly eroded its way even into screenwriting. But I believe it has presented, a great opportunity to assist and enhance the screenwriting process in various ways. Also, we are, I believe, at the paradigm shift where we cannot ignore AI. And actually, we should embrace it and equip ourselves with this new technology. And today, I would the seminar, my presentation would be divided into two parts. I'll be discussing into creativity and authenticity, because I think this is what worries most screenwriting as artists, screenwriters as artists, and screenwriting pedagogists. Also, I will look a little bit into the copyright laws, the AI Act, European Parliament passed, I believe 10 days ago, and a brief discussion and Q&A session. But also, I would want to talk about maybe not so much about AI-generated scripts, because I'm not keen on them for obvious reasons, but more I'll be looking at AI as my personal assistant. Because like I said a few minutes ago, I do believe that AI can really assist us in the creative process. Of course, it does not particularly, or at least not yet, it does not replace human creativity and intuition, but it should be seen as a supportive tool that can enhance our screenwriting process. Still, the creative decisions, the artistic vision should remain in the hands of the human screenwriter. It's more like a springboard for creativity. Also, I'd like to acknowledge Mo Gaudat, who inspired this seminar. Also, Dylan Segal, who is a Maltese AI scientist, and Heather Cran, who is an American AI artist, visual artist. Now, I do recommend that for anyone who has the time and the willingness to follow this 2-hour wonderful interview that Mo Gaudat was interviewed by Stephen Bartlett. Gaudat used to work for Google. He was a Google officer, but it's quite an incredible 2-hour interview. Now, creativity. AI should not replace creativity in a sense, not that it cannot, but I don't think it's as yet possible. Creativity involves certain types of mental processing, and AI cannot do that. It's still an algorithm. It's robotic. It does not contain or possess types of intuition, reasoning, empathy. Also, according to Heather Crank, it does not have the ability to use abstract concepts. It does not have emotions, doesn't have consciousness. It cannot master tasks that involve complex and unstructured data. So it lacks the ability to creatively come up with original ideas and that resonate with human emotion and experiences, right? This is, I think, our strength as screenwriters, as artists, whereby our uniqueness, our authenticity will actually give us the ability to still convey and create meaningful narratives that resonate with our audience on psychological level. This is something that human beings do very well, and I believe this is where we need to focus. Like I said, AI does not own internal experiences, emotions, free will, whereas us, humanity, or human beings, our authenticity is richer, multidimensional, and is tied to lived experience. Now, also to put things in perspective, of course, as far as authenticity and, some creativity, of course, AI has some, but it's all defined by the creators, right? The authenticity that AI is rooted in the purpose, in the personalization. So they are authentic to the core purpose and values that the creators have defined. So because of that, we have copyright laws who right now are a bit all over the place. So definitely it lacks uniformity and this global agreement. So sometimes it's very difficult for us to work in one country, thinking we're okay as far as the laws are concerned, but could be completely different in another country. So this is why European Parliament has passed this AI Act around data quality, transparency, human oversight, and accountability. Of course, the aim is to address ethical questions and implementation challenges in various sectors, ranging from healthcare, education, because that's actually what really matters to us, education, to finance and energy. Also, it's extremely important that one not is only aware of what EU Parliament has passed, but another big player is, of course, the US. And incidentally, on the 28th of June, there is this free webinar, right, which talks about works and copyrights in AI-generated content, right? And it's free of charge. I've registered for it. So armed with that knowledge, I think, we can work together and in a way with this world of negativity bias, in a way to work together, protect ourselves and use AI in a controlled manner. Now, so I do use AI and it's a wonderful tool for all these reasons that you find on this slide. So of course, idea generation, script analysis, so on and so forth, because it can definitely provide a starting point, particularly maybe for young writers to overcome, for instance, writer's block. Now the AI works, of course, we know, on algorithms, and it can analyze an incredible amount of data, including existing scripts, novels, films, and to generate ideas and concepts for screenplays, right? Identifying trends and patterns, right? They can provide us with, fresh ideas and creative prompts. However, it is us, the human agency, that would still determine which prompts resonate most, and then perhaps eventually work on them, keep them, and turn those prompts into full plot or scripts. As a script analysis, it's a wonderful tool to analyze holes in the story, looking at inconsistencies, even suggest some solutions, because we know that sometimes we kind of corner ourselves with the story we're trying to write. So definitely, it can offer suggestions for improvements and help identify potential issues and, like I said, inconsistencies in the script. They can help us create character bios, profiles, suggest traits, motivations, they can even, simulate dialogue, based on the characters we have created, of course, based on the different personalities. So it's up to us how we use it and how much we actually accept for what, AI is suggesting, right? I mean, as far as characters is concerned, it can help us with creating characters' backstories, attributes, personalities, behaviors, character arcs. So there's quite a lot, AI can help us with. Of course, as far as plot development, it can help us identify narrative structure, plot points, and pacing. Sometimes even if we write a script in a particular genre, right? So it will suggest whether we have used the correct genre conventions, whether we meet audience preferences. So it can definitely suggest plot development, twists and turns. It can also fully help us in providing our working documents as script writers, particularly, the beat sheet, which sometimes can be a bit overwhelming, the treatments, right? So also once we have a well-structured, or we think we have a well-structured first draft, we can pass it through AI and it can, give us feedback, okay? Then it's up to us, what we're going to do with the feedback. But as a human writer, we can adapt and customize it, as our needs arise. And of course, the most wonderful is script editing, proofreading, grammar checks for non-natives like myself. Of course, non-native, speaking in English language, formatting as well. And so, yeah, still the creative judgment remains in human control. It can help us. Predictive analytics is audience analysis. AI can analyze audience data and preferences and to help us tailor our script to specific target demographics. Yeah. Also help us in understanding audience trends and preferences, and can provide insight into what elements may resonate with viewers. So what I'm saying is that the last one is very important, virtual script writing assistant. So really it's a creative partner that helps us generate ideas, prompts, outlines, suggestions, feedback to augment and accelerate and facilitate really the human screenwriting process. So I'd like to say that it is the human writers that will still drive all the creative storytelling, judgment, control over the script. AI will just enhance the creativity rather than replicating it, right? In fact, it's a wonderful, almost symbiotic collaboration between human and AI, and it is really a valuable tool to work with. And I can suggest some websites, so definitely ChatGPT Plus, Claude AI, Toolbars, Jasper, those are AI script writing tools. However, the scripts it generates, thankfully, quite flat, very dull, quite uninteresting. It's painting by numbers. And that's where, my love with AI stops. It's more at it's providing the context, the basics, right, upon which I can write a script wholly that is, written by me. So this is what I have for today. Thank you.
Wonderful, Monica. Thank you very much. I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Mm-hmm.